So my girl Kassai, Cintari Sellsword, was already quite legitimate within the commoner format, but now in Project Blue, she picks up a whole ton more toys that we have to play with. Some very good ones like Slice and Dice, Take It on the Chin, and so on. So today, let's look at a Project Blue or Silver Age, whatever you want to call it, type build with Kassai. You're watching Budget Format Fab on Dice Commando, your BFF for all things in budget flesh and blood. Coming to you midweek each week, these videos are possible thanks to the support of our channel members. If you want to get involved with the channel and join us on our community Discord, please consider joining as a member. You can be our BFF and show your support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving a comment. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, my budget format friends. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today midweek. We are talking my favorite hero of all time. I think that's fair to say. Kassai, Cintari, Sellsword. That's right. It's the copper-making Kassai that in budget formats doesn't really matter. But hey, items are items, and that might be a thing in the future. Probably not. But either way, what we really care about is that free second swing, because Kassai can do some pretty dirty things in the budget formats and in Project Blue or Silver Age or whatever we want to call it. Gets a couple of upgrades. So today's video was originally going to be one of the build videos, right? Do a scale up build, take my commoner deck and build it up. However, those videos have, let's just be honest, they have not been doing very well. Lots of downvotes, even some PMs saying that I'm an idiot for making the choices that I made. I love you all. Thanks for that love. That was something I needed in my week. But either way, what we're doing now is we're just going to do the deck tech. Now, let's talk specifically about some rares that are relevant. The first being which, Take It on the Chin. This card is crazy good with someone like Kassai, because then you only need one resource. Oh my goodness. Also, we have Hit and Run, I always do that. Steal to this. I'm a god dang warrior player and I still did it. Run Through. We get to bring Run Through to the table, which is just another yellow Blade Runner. It also, when you look at Kassai being cost discounted and the cost curve, card's good. We also, oh yes, we have Steelblade Shunt. I know you kids don't like it, but in the budget formats, I think this is I never leave home without it anyway. I think in the budget formats, absolutely a win. And then last, but certainly not least, in fact, perhaps foremost, maybe not so than Take It on the Chin, but Slice and Dice. You kids kidding me? Are you kids kidding me? This card is freaking amazing. So let's bring up the deck. Link is below, of course. You've already jammed that. I get it. So let's go ahead. And I think that's why the decks have not, or the videos have not done so good. And by the way, like and subscribe, do the likey thing if you do like the budget format stuff. I do look at data, and if we don't get the support, I'm just not going to do it anymore because, I don't need people PMing me, telling me I'm a bad person. I should probably cut that. But you know what? I'm not gonna, because that's the way we roll these days. So looking at the armor suite, Blade Beckoner Helm, Blade Beckoner Plating, and then we're running Gallantry Gold, Refraction Bolters. But that's right, we're running Hot Streak. Okay, so if you'd seen the commoner tech, that's not a surprise to you. Okay, this is, after all, Kassai Hot Sabers. The fact that you can lead with Hot Streak and just threaten that from the get-go is awesome. It gives you a lot of blocking capability. It's what you want to do. Okay, so we are on Rainbow Blade Runner, Rainbow Hit and Run in the swing, right, for the backswing, right? Just a reminder, this one on your second swing is just a Iron Song response. It's basically the same value as Iron Song response. Well, it's right next to it, so let's just do it. It's the same value as Iron Song response, except it has a conditional second swing as opposed to a conditional have they blocked. It's really good. Out for Blood is just, again, came out in the same set as Kassai. Pretty much clearly the way it's supposed to work. Out for Blood is amazing in this deck, right? Because you get the free second swing, that extra resource becomes this one, and then it pumps the second. God, you got to love that card, right? All off of a blue, do that in a Blade Runner, whatever the thing. Get the value. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, we are playing Outland Skirmish and Sharpened Steel. Yes, Outland Skirmish is the one that makes you the copper. That's actually not why we're playing it in this case. Usually you windmill slam that in. This is just, again, with Hot Streak, this lets you lets you come in threatening 5. This is a small health format. You just threaten 5. They're going to block it, right? and they don't want to throw you. So again, warriors, what they do, they put you in tough decisions. Coming in for 5, are they just going to take 5? I don't think they can afford to do that too many turns in a row. We are on puncture because, of course, we are slice and dice. Oh my God, the fact we can run this card is amazeballs. Absolutely amazing. Take it on the chin. I mean, come on, right? Especially in the format where all the, I shouldn't say all the D reacts, but like, you know, again, this comes down to fairness of certain classes. Like, why do Runeblades get like reduced to rune chant, which probably won't make it through, to be fair, but like, why do they get reduced to rune chant and sigil? And what do we have? I guess Steelblade Shunt, I guess, which is blue to be, well, I guess it got the full arc, but you know, really plays the blue. I don't know. I think take it on the chin's the way to go. We're on Warrior's Valor because, hey, you can force blocks in the on hit and it doesn't matter. Run through. Springboard Somersault. Love this card. I was playing this in Commoner anyway. Immediate slot, and like I said, it was an upgrade, so to speak. We're on Nip at the Heels, trot along, rounding out the blues. So that does put us at 10 blues, which is actually, if you really think about it with OG Kassai, is a little above what you need. But again, that lets us lead into things like Out for Blood and Puncture and do some fun things, you know, even like Warrior's Valor's out there, whatever it may be. Now, moving into the inventory, here's where things get awesome in an upgrade from Commoner format. We have so much more space. Oh, love it. So I can run 3 AB. I can run Oasis Respite. I can run Freewheeling Renegades. Okay, now this card, do not underestimate this card. It's a 6, it's a popper, and it does its thing, right? Now, keep in mind, we were playing Hit and Run, which you will often use as a, right, something gets goes, back pump, but it also has goes if you have one floating because you didn't have to pay one for Kassai. Freewheeling Renegades. Basically a 0-4, except it's not a 1 for, it's not a 0 for 4. And let's go back to this. Let's check it out. Sucks out blocks. This card is so good in Kassai. And again, it's a popper, right? Now keep in mind, in this format, they do have Triumph. So that's a thing. Okay, that is a thing. And then the balance here is Battlefront Bastion. This is really good against Kodachis, right? You can do something, you get an extra floating. It's not ideal, right? You wish you could block for 1 and prevent 2, to be fair. Right, but obviously they'd get around that, but you get the ideal. Battlefront Bastion's really good against the go-wide decks. I shouldn't say just Kodachis, but against the go-wide decks. Really, 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 really like that one. Okay, now in the maybes, okay, I left this here because I am playing this in Commoner, because you can kind of do the hit and run thing and finish the chain, and then if you have Goblet of Blood 1 Wine out, you have an agility and a vigor, you can swing for free. Totally a valid option. I did remove it because, you know, I think we're going to be okay. And I hate using a whole card for like a setup turn, especially when I think things are going to be a little more power. I mean, very little power increase, you know, relatively. But I think it's best to leave this on the sideline. At least that's the call I've made for now. So anyway, that is the deck list. Again, one of my favorite heroes. Let's go ahead and close the thing so we can honor the fine lady herself, right? Good old Kassai. But anyway, one of my favorite heroes, will absolutely continue, performed well in budget, performed well in Blitz, performed well in budget, will perform well for you in Project Blue. Nice and consistent, forces very difficult decisions for your opponent. Obviously, you're not building up the copper to any, you know, net effect at this point, but at the very least, just the value you get out of her. So anyway, enjoy. Nothing else, my friends. Go Commando.